All right. Here we are, Gambit Esports Team Spirit. Best of 3 here in the lower bracket finals. And then, winner goes on to take Navi in a best of 5 coming up next after this. So this is the GESC Jakarta CIS Qualifiers, and you're here to join me, your caster, B-Cop here for the day. Last day of this going on. And let's get right on into the draft, take a look at what we got between these two teams who, despite being in the lower bracket, have both impressed me during this qualifier. Gambit, yesterday impressing me against Vega Squadron, looked as though they were gonna lose that third game, as they were up like 17,000 net worth or something of the sort. Vega came all the way back, held their base, but Gambit, they didn't crumble, they held it together, and they won Game 3 to push them into this lower bracket final against Team Spirit, who won their first match, and then they played Navi, and in that series against Navi, they also looked good. You know, the first game was a real close one that Navi pulled away with as Team Spirit started to bring it back, but Navi ended up finishing off that game one. Then Game 2, they won in 16 minutes, and that was a stomping, an outdraft of craziness that had come in that Game 2. And then Game 3, unfortunately, didn't go their way. They were bumped down in the lower bracket, but fortunately enough for them, the lower bracket finals, which is now against Gambit. Of course, the winner of this will take on Navi in a best of 5, so may the stronger team win, and then we'll be ready to see who takes on Navi in that best of 5 coming up next. So let's get into the draft of this Game 1. Drow Ranger, CK Razor, Faceless, Void, and Gyrocopter banned out by Gambit. And then banned out for Team Spirit is Tiny Enchantress, Shadow Shaman, SF, and Sniper. Both teams picking up their 4 and 5s. Tusk Bane for Gambit, which is a very nice combination. And Team Spirit with the Witch Doctor and Earth Spirit, also a very nice combination. Both have a significant amount of control. With the Witch Doctor, of course, level 1 and 2, you're going Cask and Maledict. For the Earth Spirit, rolling Boulder with the Boulder Smash. You're trying to lock down as much as you can. And for Gambit Esports, Ice Shard Snowball for the Tusk, and Bane, it's very dependent on who Team Spirit pick up and what they want in terms of their matchups. If he's going to help the mid laner out, if he's going to go help the safe laner, if they want him ganking with the Tusk. It really does come down to a couple of things that we'll have to see how the Bane reacts. Is he going to go Enfeeble first? Is he going to go Brain Sap just to harass? Or is he even going to go Nightmare to try and set something up with Tusk? Usually Nightmare's a level 2 regardless, but it's all about whether or not he's going to go for the Brain Sap or the Enfeeble first. So Team Spirit all of a sudden getting down to 5 seconds left in their reserve time with this third pick. And they choose to go for the Venomancer. So an interesting pick of sorts there for them. As Venomancer picked up, usually in the off lane, and that is a DK Phobos Venomancer. We've seen it previously, and it's been pretty nice for the side of Team Spirit. The game they won in 16 minutes, DK Phobos didn't exactly fight at any point. He farmed up, but we saw just how quickly they can farm with that Venomancer. DK Phobos was already like 3rd on the net worth in an off-lane position, but that was also because his team really opened up that lane for him, and we'll see if Team Spirit are able to accomplish that again. So, Phantom Lancer picked up here for Team Spirit. I was going to say Beyond the Summit for some reason. Don't know why that popped into my head. And Weaver picked up for Gambit, and that's a Daxic hero for them. Usually Weaver played by Daxic in the safe lane. They now go with the Legion Commander in the off lane for Cheshire Cat. And we'll see who they pick up mid for G. They've already banned out the Gyrocopter, which is something that G's been playing quite often for the side of Gambit in this qualifier. The Team Spirit with that Phantom Lancer and the Venomancer is an overwhelming lineup for sure. And they end up going to the Tinker last pick here for Gambit, and we'll see how Team Spirit are going to respond. Phantom Lancer, who's probably going in that safe lane, although at times we have seen Phantom Lancer in the mid lane. Venomancer in that off lane for DK Phobos. No CK. CK banned out actually second, and that's a respect ban to Illidan. He's played CK twice and destroyed with CK twice. And actually, they'll pick up the Invoker for ILTW. So, ILTW mid with that Invoker. Illidan in the safe lane with that Phantom Lancer. We've seen him there before. And then DK Phobos in the off lane with Venomancer. Biver on the Earth Spirit. FNG on that position 5 Witch Doctor. And then Tusk is... Actually, let me take a look. I don't want to mess this up. Tusk is Bignum. Always want to fly on that Bane. Dax on the Weaver. Legion Commander played by Cheshire Cat. And mid G on the Tinker. So we've got this game 1 already set up for us. Best of 3. Hope you guys are excited for this one as I am. We'll be ready to go in just a moment. Just let me set up everything on my side. There we go. And oh, my media sound is on. And let me switch this over. We're good. There we go. Now I'm all set. So a little late of a start. Had some lobby issues. Be very transparent with you guys. But let's see. Matchups are going to be Tinker versus the Invoker. Invoker's not actually seen all too much recently. I don't know what it is about Invoker that has been turning teams off. Maybe he's not as strong right now against what's strong in this meta. But Invoker has not been played, at least in the Chinese region, to my knowledge. Invoker never gets picked up mid. Phantom Lancer safe lane. He's pretty standard in this meta right now. Usually goes for that Diffusal Blade. And sometimes straight Diffusal Blade into the heart. So we'll have to see how Illidan plays it out. I do know that Phantom Lancer, or not Phantom Lancer, Illidan at times, he's gone with a CK and just went Armlet Heart. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that either. Just he gets very aggressive, skips items, and goes straight to that heart. Very confident in himself, but that's also because he makes a lot of space with his farm. And really, the way he plays opens it up for DK Phobos. We've seen it before where DK Phobos doesn't get bothered in the offlane just because Phantom Lancer, or the safe laner in the mid, ILTW and Illidan, makes so much space for him. And then all of a sudden you remember there's an offlaner in the game, and Team Spirit are there to just clean you up. We'll have to see how Gambit go about this. It's a good lineup from them. It's going to be hard for the side of Team Spirit to really push the high ground against Gambit. Their plan of action, I would assume, is to shut down this Tinker.
Prepare for battle.
Probably most concerned about G on the Tinker. G, an amazing mid player here in the CIS region. Formerly with Vega, to my knowledge. So we'll have to see how the matchups come. Tinker versus the Invoker. DK Phobos going to be in the offlane against this Weaver. Which, I think once DK Phobos does get like level 2 or 3, he should be okay. And then in the safe lane, Phantom Lancer up against the Legion, where maybe Legion might struggle a little bit. Although as the illusions start to build, overwhelming odds, going to get better and better.
30 seconds to battle.
And we'll be ready to go. See how it works out. See these matchups happen. I would assume that Invoker should do pretty decently against the Tinker. He's also got some heavy rotating supports that could help him out. Biver with the Earth Spirit, coming out with the Rolling Boulder, as well as the Boulder Smash, and Witch Doctor coming with the Cask and the Maledict. Combine that with maybe an early Cold Snap from ILTW. It will be interesting to see an Invoker, see if he thrives with the help of an Earth Spirit, and possibly that Witch Doctor. And Earth Spirit and Witch Doctor are a combination that could also help the Phantom Lancer here. Anybody who's got really any sort of slow that can work with the stuns, some high damage early, I would not be surprised at all to see them get some early kills here for Team Spirit. But for the other side, the same could be said about their supports. We've got Ice Shards here as well as the Snowball at level 2. Bane has not skilled up just yet, so always want to fly down over bottom with Daxic. They're going to send the Tusk over mid, and we'll get a dual lane mid. And right away, we do see the Rolling Boulder come out from Bivver. Not going to land on G. Ice Shards push ILTW stuck here on the stairs. Gets pushed to the side. That is not a comfortable position. But dual lanes mid, nothing too uncommon. And then we'll see Bingham take out that sentry ward here for the side of Team Spirit. So I think Tinker might thrive in this lane if the rotations aren't nice for the Invoker. Invoker, it's hard to eat that laser and that rocket consistently. ILTW is going to need a couple of levels here to really sustain himself in this lane. And now you got to deal with the Tusk, who is level 2 already. So Ice Shards as well as the Snowball. This could be a very hard lane for ILTW if he's not too careful. Bivver's going to have to be very precise with where he lands these rolling boulders as well as the boulder smash. And if he's not, see a couple of early kills here for the side of Team Spirit. And right away, boulder smash comes out, but he's in a little bit of trouble, forced to use that rolling boulder away, and he's already depleting his mana pretty quickly. Ooh, Legion Commander in the off lane. Maledict. It's this Tango. It's a battle of what damage comes out more, and it is going to be the Tango that beats out the Maledict damage. So almost first blood there. Level 2, Cask, as well as the Maledict, as foreseen. Pretty standard anyway. Spirit making his way over top. We'll see if he comes back over towards the mid. Legion Commander forced to go all the way back to lane, and that opens it up already for Illidan. Illidan, he's been around for as long as I can remember, and I really haven't been around all that long. But he is always so good at finding his farm, dominating in his lanes. I've never really seen him do poorly in a lane. So, we'll have to see his lane go well against this Legion Commander. Already pushing the Legion Commander out, getting those couple of waves of farm advantage against the Legion Commander. And you compare that to where the Weaver's at. Weaver's doing pretty nicely. Top of the CS, level 4 already, and DK Phobos already in the jungle. So DK Phobos kind of abandons this lane against the Weaver, doesn't want to deal with maybe going down to possible first blood, and he's going to find his farm in the jungle, which isn't a bad thing for this Venomancer. Come out at around level 5 or 6, throw a Venomous Gale out, and help his team with the slows, with the Cast Maledicts to work and get these kills. So Tornado comes through, Cold Snap hits onto the Tinker. They've also got the Cast to work with, bouncing around on these creeps with the Maledict, Firefly, or Fairy Fire to try and keep him alive. Not going to be enough damage from the Maledict. A Cast not enough with Bivver here. They don't find enough damage to kill off this Tinker, but they do push him back, opening up the lane a little bit more for ILTW. A lane that he definitely could be struggling in with the Tinker, doing a little bit better with these lasers, rockets, and help from the Tusk. So, over top again. Legion Commander finally making it back. Level 3 right now. 2 in the overwhelming odds. 1 in that passive of Moment of Courage. We take a look over at Illidan. He's got 2 in the Spirit Lance, 1 in the Doppelganger. Did start with the Doppelganger just in case, but he has been fine since that point and has now gone to the Spirit Lance. We'll see over mid. They do look like they're setting up for a Snowball. Sending another support here. Ice Shard's going to be a little bit short. And Bivver just nearby with Always Want to Fly here with the double damage, hitting through that Nightmare. Look at that double damage. There's the Brain Sap, Snowball, and First Blood comes out. There's nothing that this Earth Spirit can do. Rockets are going to finish off the Earth Spirit. Now they'll look for a third one. Double damage on Always Want to Fly. It's going to be 3 here for Gambit. And this mid lane just deteriorates very quickly for the side of Team Spirit as Gambit get 1 double damage, 1 rotation out from the Bane, and they take all 3 heroes away from the side of Team Spirit. So, right away it jumps up to a 1,000 net worth lead here for Gambit. And you take a look at where Weaver is, already level 6, farming away very easily. No DK Phobos to worry about. He's stuck in the jungle. He's level 4. You compare that to the Legion Commander, just a touch ahead. but Legion, with a creep wave coming in, will probably go ahead of DK Phobos. And if you get a level 6 on the Legion quickly with how well the Tinker's doing now over mid at 1-0-1, and the Weaver's farm over bottom, top of the CS chart, could see this game really spiral out of control for Team Spirit, where Gambit just have the duel. They're able to have this crazy amount of control. You take a look over mid again. There's the ice shards, lasers, rockets, gonna start flying. But a very nice boulder smash coming out from the Earth Spirit to keep them behind, and we'll get a quick pause coming through. So let's see. Tusk here 1-0-2, involved in 100%. 66.7% here, or 67% if you round up. I don't know if we round up on this channel. I'm not really exactly sure. It's up to you guys. A lot of these weird pauses where they just pause and then say sorry go. Very different to Chinese Dota where they pause and everybody disconnects. So Legion Commander over in this jungle just for now by the secret shop. They're thinking about going in, FNG here with Biver, but can't really go in against the Legion just yet. Now the Ice Shards precisely on the to FNG coming out from Big Gnome, but not going to follow that up with a snowball with the Legion Commander. And now they've got the Invis for G, thinking about going over mid, possibly leading with the snowball into the Ice Shards.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
All the while, when Legion has left this lane, the farm is opened up for Illidan. You compare Illidan, though, to the Weaver. Weaver 2 levels ahead, and the farm almost at level 8 here for Weaver. 51 and 31. Just outpacing this Phantom Lancer by quite a bit. Snowballs come through on ILTW. They've got the cast as well as the Snowball. EMP's going to hit with the Cold Snap. Rolling Boulder in. Should be a kill for the side of Team Spirit. Running away is Big Gnome, and Maledict's there just in case. FNG grabs the kill. It's a first one for Team Spirit. But compared to the farm that they're getting on this Legion and on the Weaver, Gambit don't really care about a support death. They're pulling away in terms of net worth, and they're going to be ready with level 6 soon to come out for the Legion Commander, and Weaver farming away very quickly towards that Diffusal Blade quite quickly. And now they've finally sent DK Phobos back to lane, level 5, 3 in the Plague Ward, as well as 2 in that Poison Sting. So again, they've already taken down the bottom tier 1. Gambit, it seems like with the farm they're getting, it's going to be quite overwhelming for them. Rolling Boulder, Boulder Smash onto G, but there's the March of the Machines, as well as the Ice Shards coming out on ILTW. G ready to throw that laser as well as the Rockets. EMP comes out, now they're both kind of out of mana. ILTW forced to run back, and he's got that Orb of Venom on him with Daxic coming over. They look for the kill. The Swarm, the Tornado stops Daxic in his place. And then will keep ILTW alive, but rotation of the Weaver just showing himself for a moment. So we'll head over bottom once again. Actually pick up this bottom bounty rune. Get out of town. Fill up that bottle. Go to this bottom bounty rune. Grab another bounty rune. And 8 minutes in with just how quickly it's going. We'll take a look at the net worth. You already see how quickly Weaver's gotten ahead. He's not actually up as much as I thought he'd be. Only 400 onto Illidan, but Illidan's also found himself in open lane. But that comes down to the fact that the Legion Commander is here, just farming up the jungle, now looking for that quick 6, and is level 6. So they add that extra layer of lockdown in the duel, and we'll see if they're able to use this lockdown to maybe get a kill early on the Phantom Lancer if they do send any rotations here with a nicely placed duel. The threat is always there. Trialing over mid right now for Team Spirit. Rolling Boulder comes out. Boulder Smash is going to hit on both. They've got the double damage on G. Avoiding this EMP will be the Snowball of Big Gnome. Maledict is going to hurt quite a bit, but it's not going to be enough to clean up this Tusk, especially with that Tango. And again, trialing mid just not working out to as many kills as maybe Team Spirit would have hoped. Still a 3-1 lead. They're going to have to worry about this Phantom Lancer eventually. I assume for him, Diffusal Blade will be first on the list as well as this Weaver. We'll see who grabs it first. We'll see who really starts to rotate as a team first, especially with Weaver now at level 9, about to hit 10. Take a look at the Tinker. He's level 6. Maybe the rotations will start to come very heavily when you do get Boots of Travel and Tinker's able to make it just about anywhere on the map. possibly able to help out, get these lasers and rockets thrown out when Legion looks for a duel if there's creeps nearby. ILTW, his farm, you can see how far behind he is. He's only 500 behind the Tinker, as well as the Legion Commander. And he hasn't exactly prospered in this lane. He's going for the phase boots next. He's level 6, but G here level 7, 2221. So we'll see how that goes for the Tinker and over top. Gonna miss that first duel of the game. Missed on camera. 4-1 in favor of Gambit. They do get the 10 dual damage, taking out the Earth Spirit. That's what happens when I like to talk about these other heroes. Something else happens. I miss these kills. So smoked up is Biver and as well as FNG. A little bit of lockdown for the side of Team Spirit. And we're coming over for this Tinker. They had the ward to spot him out, but he's made the rotation already out of here. Now they'll look over mid to possibly get this kill on Bignum. It's a hard one to grab, especially when he's got Snowball to work with. Now they'll send the Tinker back, but he's full health. And only 600 gold away from getting himself the boots of travel. The cask is going to be thrown as well as the EMP. They'll maybe try to go for the Snowball, but the silence comes out on the Tusk. He's in a little bit of trouble with no more mana. These 3 heroes on Spirit are going to be forced to retreat as Daxix made his way over. He might start to clean up. They've got Swarm here. The damage is out. The Shikuchi on forward. There's the laser from G. Another gank gone wrong for Team Spirit. They're going in deep under this tier 1. They've got level 6 on the Tusk. They'll get the Walrus Punch as well as the Dust Brew on the ILTW. They'll grab a second, and that is going to be another kill for Gambit. Just cleaning up. The duel is out onto the Earth Spirit. Not going to get the dual damage, but they will get a 3rd kill here. And Gambit up 7-1 on Team Spirit early.
Dire fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is drowning.
So right away here, Gambit just pressuring very heavily, and now they'll grab the tier 1 over mid. This is kind of what happens when you leave a Weaver to his own demise over bottom. He's not just gonna have a crappy lane in an open lane bottom. He's now had an amazing lane. He's picked up a Diffusal Blade. He's ready to fight. And so really is the rest of Gambit. With that last exchange, they pick up the boots to travel on the Tinker. That means they can go for these duels and throw the Tinker into the fray every single time they want. Nightmare comes through on a DK Phobos. They've got FNG. There's the Fiend's Grip, going to be immediately stopped by the Cask of FNG. So Fiend's Grip used and down before Weaver could get in there. They'll have Legion Commander coming through with the Blink Dagger in just a moment. And then really, what do you do? Legion going to be able to get into all of these fights, pick off these supports. Creeps are around her. Tinker's going to be in there. The duels are going to be basically confirmed. You're going to try and hold on Team Spirit. Get this Diffusal Blade finished off, which you now have on Illidan, which is the silver lining in this matchup so far, because Invoker is very far behind. He's just picking up his phase boots now. Now he wants on Midas to try and hold into the mid and late game. But my thoughts at the moment are almost the fact that Invoker is too far behind. Does he really have the opportunity to farm himself back in this game? And that will only come if Gambit take their foot off the gas. But Gambit, they're not looking to do anything of the sort. They're trying to find these duels. They're trying to find these kills. Daxix leading the charge with the Shikuchi. Not going to find anybody in the jungle just yet, but over bottom, they've got this Invoker all by himself. This is going to be trouble. They have the Blink Dagger. Blink duel. There it is. ILTW taken out very quickly, and the duel is immediately won by Cheshire Cat. It really is that easy. And they should be able to take possibly a tier 2 tower off of this. How do you defend? Do you defend with just Illidan? Illidan's got just the Diffusal Blade for right now, which is all well and nice, but him against the world with how poorly the rest of the team is going, I would say except for DK Phobos, who, again, one of those offlaners who always seems to find his farm. It just seems like it's going to be hard to defend the tier 2, and they're going to go for it. They Rolling Boulder in. The Boulder Smash is a miss. And that means Gambit are able to get themselves back. But you take a look, the snowball is going to be used by this Tusk just onto an illusion. March of the Machines comes out. They've got the EMP as well as the Cold Snap onto the Tusk. They don't find anything just yet. Now the Bane's the one who's in trouble with the Boulder Smash as well as the ulti from the Witch Doctor and DK Phobos. But again, look how low these heroes on Team Spirit are getting, and they just threw out a couple of ultis there for a Bane kill. A Bane kill. And they've just used their ulti from the Venomancer. They've also used the Witch Doctor ulti. I mean, with the Bullfo's ultimates down, Gambit for sure going to feel safe to farm up this map and really look for those next couple of items. Weaver going for the Dragonlance, Blade Mail here on to the Legion Commander. You take a look at the Tinker. He's got Boots of Travel looking for the Blink next. I mean, he's ready to go. He's ready to fight. This whole side of Gambit's ready to fight. And Team Spirit, their only answer is throwing all their ults at a Bane. If Gambit can keep themselves aggressive without getting picked off, they're going to be able to slowly wheedle their way through the side of Team Spirit with no problems. And Team Spirit, they can't really let that happen. They got to make sure that they do not die in these next ensuing minutes. Because Phantom Lancer needs to find a little bit more farm. He's saved up 2,300 gold. You need to get this Midas as quickly as you can on ILTW so he can start to get his farm back as he's sitting behind the Legion Commander by 1,500 gold. He is well behind. And the problem with that is when you're trying to sit back far enough, making sure you don't get killed off, you're giving up these towers, you're giving up your vision, and you're giving up your spots to farm. So the places to farm get smaller and smaller. And Team Spirit, they're going to run out of room to farm. They'll be corralled past and behind their tier 2s to the point that everything beyond the river is a risk. So now Gambit already working on this tier 2. Creeps are going to go down. And you take another look at where the Weaver's farm is at. He's already finished off that Dragonlance heading into this BKB. And it will be a Manta style for the Phantom Lancer after this Diffusal Blade. But will the Manta style be enough? And it really comes down to the fact that does he have a team with him? If he doesn't have a team to fight, Manta style as well as the Diffusal Blade is not going to make a difference. He needs this Invoker to find farm. DK Phobos doing what he can. He's found enough farm. He's only 1,000 net worth behind this Phantom Lancer. And actually, it's top 3 or 2 by Team Spirit. We'll just have to see if the Venomancer does enough. He's got the Veil going for the Hurricane Pike next. Venomancer does quite a bit, especially with how much farm DK Phobos is finding on him. So. Hopefully, for the side of Team Spirit, DK Phobos opens up enough space for the Invoker to find that Hand of Midas and end up finding his farm. So the smoke's going to be broken. There's the duel with the Snowball. No Rolling Boulder away. Should be another win here for Cheshire Cat, and will be. Now he's got 34 damage. Going for the BKB next, and Legion starting to find heavy amounts of damage just 18 minutes into the game. You finally have the Midas here on the Invoker, but now you're looking for a Blink Dagger. You're not going to have as much damage in the following minutes. DK Phobos has now been found with the Snowball, stopping that TP. There's another kill for the side of Gambit. And FNG, luckily enough, that cask hits onto the Weaver. He's able to walk away, but now it's 10-2 in favor of Gambit. 4,000 net worth lead here. Tinker, all of a sudden, he's not being bothered. He's got a Blink Dagger working on his Ags first. Not Kaya in Ags, but not going for the Aether Lens. Is going to go to that Ag, so how do you fight into a Tinker once he's got that being so far behind on an Invoker? You're going for a Blink Dagger. You're not going to be doing more damage. Yeah, you'll have your levels, but, you know, it would be nice to have that Axe. So it does actually go Kaya into the Ags next. Didn't have it queued up, but that is the normal build for the Tinker normally. It does vary from time to time, where maybe you go Aether Lens first. We just take a look at how much these rockets do to ILTW. Got the Shadow Blade, Shikuchi on forward. They're looking for Team Spirit. Maybe looking to slow the Invoker. There it is with the Swarm. Illidan looking for the Spirit Lance. Not going to find it just yet. The ulti comes through from the Witch Doctor. Immediately stopped by the Tusk. He comes in with the Ice Shards. He may have given up his life for this, but now the Witch Doctor's going to go down. They look over at Illidan. He's going to be dusted up as the Fiend's Grip comes in. Laser Rockets. Double kill for G. 2 for 1 in favor of Gambit, and they're looking for more. They have the Shadow Blade. They have enough mana here for a duel. There's the Blink with the duel onto the Earth Spirit, and the damage may not come. There it is, actually saved by Always Wanna Fly with that Brain Sap. And now you're at 48 damage here for the Legion Commander. It ends up being a 3 for 1. You lose your safe laner and your 2 supports. And with that, the side of Gambit will head right into the Roshan pit. Go for this first Aegis of the game. So 13-3. 4,000 net worth lead. And really now with Illidan down, and he's not going for the Manta style. He's actually switching over to the Lincoln Sphere, a very defensive item for the Phantom Lancer. Ooh, they actually spot Gambit, but the Nightmare comes through on a DK Phobos. The Ice Shards are placed perfectly to lock in 2 of these heroes. The Invoker comes through as well as the Earth Spirit, but he's going to get low as Weaver gets the first kill. Let's trade at least 1 for 1 right now as Tusk trying to get back from ILTW. There's the Blink in with the dual Laser Rockets. Dual 1 already. The ulti through from DK Phobos on a 2. We're actually on to 3. Tinker going to start to run away. So will Daxic, Legion Commander. Just backing off for now, but will die to the poison damage over time. That Venomous Gale hit as well, and it ends up being 3 kills for Team Spirit. Although, Weaver didn't go down, and he still has that Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So 16-6. Very heavy lead here for Gambit. Take a look at the Invoker. He's still going for this Axe. Has decided against the Blink Dagger. And I personally think that's the right move, as Invoker is a hero that can just burst up in damage with the Axe, do enough to really turn this game around. But, ooh, Boulder Smash, Magnetize, Geomagnetic Grip. There's the Spirit Lance BKB used to get that time-lapse off. And that is the premiere of that BKB. That was the 10-second BKB used defensively, and that's perfect for Team Spirit. They're only down 4,000 net worth. And with moves like that and things like that happening, they can, if they make enough space, definitely turn this game around. 4,000 net worth nowadays in Dota is just not that much. Ooh, over mid, ILTW goes down to the duel again. That's going to be 76 damage for the Legion. And if they do want to come back in this game, they're going to have to keep this Invoker alive. Dead for another 40 seconds, slowing down that Ags. 2,900 gold away from it. DK Phobos with the Hurricane Pike, the Veil. Looks like he's looking for treads. They've got 4 heroes here coming over mid for Gambit to try and take this last outer tower. But Illidan, he's coming over. They've also got the Earth Spirit. They go in on the Legion Commander. They try to get this kill, but now he's in a little bit of trouble with the Ice Shards locking him in. There's the dust comes out on Tusk, but nothing more. And look at these rockets just to shred this Phantom Lancer. Fall back from that tier 2 for just a moment. They send the Tinker over top. Take a look at the Witch Doctor at 900 net worth. Just very poor. Compare that to the supports of the side of Gambit, where they're out farming the supports in total with just one of them. Forward place there from the Witch Doctor. Still slow sieging this tier 2 over mid. BKB being built next for the Legion Commander. We'll see if they have the lockdown to really grab this. All they have to work with is Cask and Boulder Smash, which may not be the right call at all. And oh, Boulder Smash not going to hit onto the Legion Commander. They'll kill this Witch Doctor, a solo duel. Now 90 duel damage here for the Legion Commander. Weaver has himself the Diffusal Dragonlance as well as the BKB. Take a look over the Tinker. He's got Kaya and now finishing off that Ags. This is very disgusting from a point of Gambit. all this damage that's going to be coming through. Ace picked up for ILTW, still working on his Ags, 1,000 gold away from that. We'll see if even with that item, if that's enough to really start to turn it in favor of Team Spirit. They've got a pretty farm Venomancer sitting second on the net worth. Top of the net worth is Illidan, so despite the game not going his way at all, he's only died once, and now he's looking for that heart with the Lincoln Sphere as well as the Diffusal Blade. Continuing to farm over mid, looking for the Maelstrom is the Weaver. Haven't exactly tried to go for that kill just yet. He's over mid once again. There's the Shikuchi. Doppelganger out. Illidan just trying to get away. The Swarm in the wrong spot. They'll have the cask as well as the Boulder Smash, but coming around the side will be Gambit. And they're ready to continue to just invade this space. Sitting here over by the shrine, taking away all the farming areas for Team Spirit. And Aegis will be reclaimed. So with the Aegis, they did accomplish getting the push on. Their farm has been very nice with this time with the Aegis. They didn't exactly waste it. Maybe they didn't look to fight as much, but with all this farm got on their side, you've got a Tinker now going for a Sheepstick. Weaver trying to finish off the Maelstrom. Has the BKB already at 9 seconds. And then you take a look at the Legion, who's looking to finish his BKB. Cheshire Cat not too far away from that. And a Tusk looking for a Blink Dagger. You usually lead with the Blink, Walrus Punch, Snowball. And then Bane, of course, getting the farm with the Urn, maybe going for the Spirit Vessel after this Glimmer Cape comes out. We take a look at the other side and you compare the farm. Going for the Bloodthorn will be DK Phobos. We'll see if that's enough to help out Illidan. Illidan going for this heart, and Invoker finally with the axe. Question becomes, will that be enough for the side of Team Spirit to really bring this game back? And they're down 6,000 net worth. It's going to be very hard. There's the Boulder Smash EMP coming out on Always Want to Fly. The Geomagnetic Grip to silence him up, and they'll get this kill. But Daxik double damage. Looks at Biver. Look at that damage come through with the help of the Rockets. They'll get one of their own, and this is the damage of Weaver as well as a Tinker. It's absolutely disgusting with this kind of a lead. $6,000 net worth lead here. BKB just about finished for the Legion Commander. Maelstrom, there's enough gold in just a moment after you take these Ancients for the Weaver. This is not a slaughtering right now, because Team Spirit have held and look good at times, but it's definitely one-sided, at least for the first 27 minutes of this game. And honestly, with this region and how I've seen these games go, I wouldn't be surprised to see it go back to even at some point. They're giving Invoker a lot of time to farm. He's now found that Ags. He's level 15. The Midas really helping him out with the time and space he's got. And he's only a little bit behind the Legion Commander. Yes, he does sit 6 on the net worth, but given enough time, he'll farm his way back into this game. This is an Invoker you're talking about with the Midas, getting a little bit of space from Illidan, who is looking for that heart. Take a look at DK Phobos. He wants this Bloodthorn, going for the Orchid, and not too far off of it. I think DK Phobos is very important to this game right now. He has been finding his farm, and that is something I said yesterday and today about him, is the fact that he's always able to find his farm. There's the EMP. There, BKB popped with the Blink into the duel. They'll try to get this Invoker. He's already taken out of the fight. You take a look at Biver with the lasers and rockets coming in on him. They won't get that kill just yet, and actually as he lands, he'll be finished off. They will get over at Illidan. They'll get themselves a third, and that is 3 going their way as they lose the Tusk. Legion Commander will grab this tier 2, and the only ones alive are DK Phobos as well as the Witch Doctor FNG. So a very nice quick fight there from the side of Gambit. They show off that BKB on the Legion Commander to make sure, even surrounded by 3 heroes, that control with the duel was enough with the help of the Tinker with that Ags, laser rockets. They clean up the duel, they get the kill. Team Spirit down to defending these tier 3s, and even with that Orchid press the attack, it's just going to continue to purge it off. So how long can you have these silences for? Take a look at the net worth. Clearly in Gambit's favor the whole time, as well as the experience. Over 10,000 lead for him. And speaking of experience, You see that Weaver's level 21, plus 2 swarm attacks to kill, plus 12 strength, plus 20 mana break. For the Legion Commander, just about to hit level 20, 50 on the overwhelming odds, hero damage, and 25 XP gain. Ooh, duel comes through over in the bottom lane. They'll take out Invoker again. It is that easy. Now they'll try to turn it around. Finally, this is going to be the silence coming through, but didn't use that BKB in the duel. It's back up, able to BKB and run away. But you've got G starting to do a lot of damage. The dust comes out. I don't know if you want to chase onto this Legion Commander. You're eating so much damage. You take a look at the rest of these heroes. 90 gold per minute on the Tusk. Of course, the Tinker level 20, 8 on the Marching Machines, 40 movement speed, 6% on the Spell Amp, and then Bane with 100 cast range. On the other side, Phantom Lancer, 250 health, 20 attack speed. DK Phobos, he's level 20, plus 6 seconds on the Poison Nova duration, 150 cast range, and the 90 gold per minute. And then for the Invoker, who's very far behind, has not taken anything in terms of the talents, just trying to max his skills out. Blink Dagger picked up here for the Tusk. They are up 10,000 net worth, 23 to 8. Still have that tier 3 standing though for Team Spirit, and when tier 3s are standing, anything can happen. Obviously the lead is very much in favor of the side of Gambit. They have a Tinker to work with to take the high ground away from Team Spirit, but Gambit, we've seen it once before, especially yesterday against Vega. They've thrown a lead bit greater than this one. Hopefully for their sakes, they hold this lead and have enough farm to really break through the high ground defense of the side of Team Spirit. As Invoker is still trying to grab farm, he's just got the Phase Boots and Ags to work with still. He's looking for the Lincoln Sphere next, then Boots of Travel, but that is going to be some time. And he is definitely heavily relying on the Phantom Lancer, trying to get that heart, and DK Phobos with the Bloodthorn. So, right away as that heart's picked up for the Phantom Lancer, you compare that to the Hex picked up for G. Sitting second on the net worth, but he is practically 6-slotted at this point. And with the Weaver, with the Mjolnir in full, the Aegis taking up that 6th slot. Hurricane Pike next for Daxic. He's sitting just top of the net worth, and 4 staff away. DK Phobos trying to get away, but there's the Hex, there's the kill. Cleaned up he will be. And that is another kill for Gambit, and a 3 times killing spree taken away of this Weaver. So a slow siege for right now, respecting the side of Team Spirit is Gambit. And they're going to look to take the high ground eventually with this Aegis, and as well as the cheese, which is on the Legion. Look over top, Illidan. Just the Spirit Lance Doppelganger away. As the laser bounces around, Ice Shards come out, not going to lock in FNG. He's able to make it behind the racks. But the push is on from Gambit. They're going to need a Boulder Smash as well as a lot more to really get these kills and really defend this base. You look at this tier 3, everybody from the side of Team Spirit is already backed off as they have no Venomancer to work with. This is the slow siege that they need. Daxic okay with getting low because he's got that Aegis to work with. They do hold for now. Invoker, over bottom, feeds grip, laser, rockets trying to push, but Walrus punched into the sky. G gets the kill. Down he goes, 57 seconds now. No buyback for the Invoker. That is not good. Blink into the base, and Legion Commander will take the kill. Pops the BKB, also has the cheese remaining. Ends up going down, and they'll trade that 1 for 1. He'll get the dual damage now at 144. Now it's a 4-on-3, just Illidan trying to hold the base with the help of DK Phobos. This is the high ground siege of a Tinker with the lasers, the rockets, the march, and the machines. Illidan doing all he can. He does have that heart to work with, so he's staying quite healthy on the high ground. But still needs to be very careful. Legion Commander. Look at that dual damage, 144. We'll see if the 40 dual damage bonus is taken. Just to really push Legion Commander over the top, who's already hitting very hard at 353. Wow. This game is seemingly coming down all to Illidan. Obviously, he's got the help of DK Phobos, who's trying to go for that Bloodthorn, but needs that Bloodthorn and really needs a BKB to follow that up. That is quite some time away, as he has committed to the Bloodthorn, going for the Chrysalis next. There's the Hurricane Pike, finish for the Weaver, as well as the Boots of Travel, too, and a full pipe here for the Tusk. Big power spike coming out for Gambit with those items. Level 24 here for the Weaver. Tinker, level 23. Legion Commander, level 22. Tornado comes out onto the creeps. There's the BKB looking for the duel, not finding anything. And now you're going to be forced to retreat as Weaver gets the kill. The Rolling Boulder to try and get away. Lasers and rockets still coming through. That's going to be the time-lapse used by this Weaver. They'll finally get the kill on the Earth Spirit, who tried to Rolling Boulder away. There's the Blink with the Walrus Punch. Dusted up is the Invoker with the Fiend's Grip. There's the kill. Now they look over at Illidan, who's forced to use that Doppelganger to the high ground, but the chase is on from Gambit with the lasers and the rockets. The Enfeeble already on him. The Snowball in deep right over the top of this Venomancer. They'll take out this Phantom Lancer as well as DK Phobos. Down he goes in the buybacks consecutively from the Earth Spirit, DK Phobos, as well as Illidan. They lose absolutely nothing on Gambit, 31-9, 19,000 net worth ahead, and they will retreat for now, back safely as they do, in fact, lose that Aegis. So you've now bought back on 2 of your cores, as well as the Earth Spirit, just trying to find any openings you can. It just seemingly looks impossible for Team Spirit to hold this space. Every time they try to fight, you just see how much damage G does. And then Weaver, who's so farmed, has the time-lapse just in case he does get into a little bit of trouble. They spot FNG. There's the Diffusal Blade, slows him up. The Hex, the Laser, G on a Godlike Spree. And it's a 1-2-3 punch from the side of Gambit again. Witch Doctor dead for 50 seconds with no buyback. So 5-on-4, they have the Invoker back. 12,000 net worth, 2,000 net worth behind the Legion Commander, who again has 144 extra damage on top of that. Going for the AC next. You can barely kill the Legion Commander, let alone anybody else on this team. But Team Spirit, they're not going to GG out just yet. They are still, in fact, looking to fight. They want to hold until the end. They've lost no tier 3s just yet. Anything is possible. We'll see if the words of Kevin Garnett, back when he won that championship and yelled anything is possible. Got sued $1 million for saying that because it was the wrong slogan. I think for Adidas at the time. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was back in like late 2000s, early 2000s, maybe 2007. I want to say. Oop, Walrus Punch as well as the Ice Shards found on FNG. Follow that up with the Snowball. Boosted travel coming out from Venomancer, but here come the lasers as well as Illidan. They'll take out the Sigil. That's going to be FNG getting hit by the rockets that do that 1 second mini stun, as well as the duel that comes through, gets the kill on Venomancer. DK Phobos bought back. He's down for 100 seconds, and nobody dead on the side of Gambit just yet, but they will get G. They'll get the kill. Illidan's starting to do work, but Weaver, he's already gotten those kills on 2. He'll look for G, just staying alive with the Glimmer Cape. There's the dust. Beaver will die. It's now 1 against the world. Illidan trying to do all he can. The buyback comes out from G. Illidan, he's still alive, still pretty healthy, but the whole team is here. They'll clean him up. GG is called as this is a full team wipe for the side of Gambit, and they will, in fact, take game 1. So Gambit, they take game 1, 37-10, 22,000 net worth in their favor. And that was a game 1 that went their way from start to finish, perfect to the T. And you take a look at the graph, all Gambit the entire time. And that's what happens when you leave a Weaver by himself. He finds the farm, he never dies, he goes 11-0-11. and you'll lose the game slowly by surely by death by 1,000 cuts. And Team Spirit with that draft and with that kind of game plan really do need to go back to the drawing board for this game too, because you take a look at Gambit with how well they did, 10-1 for G, 11-0 for Daxic, and that was only one death at the end of the game. They had not killed G or Daxic up to that point. Invoker, ILTW having an awful game over mid, and I guess now it's time to see if they can come back game 2. And that'll be coming up next. I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter. BCop Casting on Twitch. Follow me there to know when I'm casting, know when I am live. And we'll be back with Game 2 in just a moment. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Game 2 comes up next. The winner of this plays Na'Vi in the final, best of 5. And the winner of that qualifies for GESC Jakarta. We'll be back with Game 2 in just a moment. Stay right there. Appreciate you guys.